Hey YouTube, Kelly here from The Shrinking Teacher. I actually just recorded a video and realized some things that I left out, so I figured I would try it again. It is October 31st, happy Halloween, and I'm about 5 weeks out from vertical sleeve gastrectomy procedure. My surgery date is December 10th, so that is exciting. It's coming around the corner pretty quick. I wanted to come on and update you on some decisions that I have made in regards to the next couple of weeks with my pre-op surgery, or this being my pre-op time period. And I have I've had a really bad habit over the last, well, probably half of my life. I don't know when it started, but I am a go-getter in the workplace. I love my job. I feel like I'm a great teacher. And I try really hard in my house to be a great mom, to be a loving wife, and I feel like a lot of times I often end up giving so much to everybody else that there's not anything left for me. And I have a really bad habit of making promises to myself and not keeping those promises. And there's my cat. There's Mur. Get out of here, Mur. And I'm really tired of putting myself last. And I'm really tired of not being able to trust myself to follow through with things. And, if it's something that's work related, I'm pretty good about keeping promises to myself. If it's with my kids, I definitely keep promises to my kids. If it's to my husband, I feel like I do a pretty good job of that. But even the little things, trying to keep promises to myself doesn't work out very well, and I end up becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy that I can't change. And that's part of why I'm here getting VSG to begin with. And a lot of the promises to myself include taking care of myself. All right, as simple as it sounds, I might be snacking on something and think to myself, have a conscious thought of, this is the last chip I'm going to eat out of this bag. And then I roll the bag up and I put it to the side. And 5 minutes later, my inner demons come out and I get another chip out of the bag and end up eating another serving or two. Or I'll make promises to myself. I should really drink more water. Today, I'm going to drink more water. And I start off really well, and then I end up not following through with it. Alright, I'm back. I had to go make my daughter some lunch and switch the laundry over. Anyway, keeping promises to myself. There is so much truth to let your yes be yes and your no be no. And that comes in play. I'm sorry, I keep wiggling this around. That comes in play when we are telling that to other people or our kids, but it also comes into play when telling ourselves. And so this past week, I made up a non-negotiable goal for myself. And I met my goal probably by about 80%, which is pretty good. I had been tracking my food as soon as I had my first bariatric consultation appointment, and was tracking my food. And I kind of fell off the wagon with tracking my food because my surgeon came in to look at my food diary and kind of shrugged it off and said, "Oh, we don't need to look at it because you're not going to be eating like that anymore." And it secretly kind of upset me because I thought I've been working really hard to make sure that I'm tracking my food and making sure it's accurate, and you're just going to brush it off. But I'm not going to let that affect me. It's not about that. It's about what I need to do for myself for the long-term success of my sleeve. So this past week, starting on Monday, and today's Saturday, I have been tracking my food. I have not done it perfectly. I've been probably on 2,000 calories, or give or take a couple hundred either way each day. I don't have my phone in front of me to say what my average is. I'll give that to you next week. But I just felt some satisfaction in knowing you stuck to a goal for a week. Now, that is a small victory, but it has also empowered me to continue to do it this upcoming week and to add another non-negotiable to my list. So it is, it's a small victory, but I'll take it. You know, I want to make as many changes as possible. Ah, cat, get out of here. Okay. I want to make as many changes as possible before surgery so that I'm not as devastated after surgery, you know, having to learn how to track my food and stuff. Okay, I think my cat's gonna lay down. Ah. Okay. So this week's non-negotiable. It's Halloween week. My kids are going trick-or-treating, and I just know that there is gonna be some Hershey's and some Reese cups and some Snickers and that kind of stuff in my house. And I know that if I don't set myself a goal, a rule to follow this week, that I'm going to be eating a heck of a lot of chocolate. So I have decided this week for my non-negotiable to be to limit and or eliminate. I know eliminate's a big word. But and be aware of refined sugar. I am not ready to give up artificial sweetener yet because I'm still drinking coffee, and I've got to have some sweetener in my coffee. It is decaf coffee, so I'm going to continue on my no caffeine thing, which I have caffeine every blue moon, but I wanted to get off of my addiction to caffeine, which I have done. So this upcoming week, am going to promise myself that I am not, starting Monday, it's not going to count tonight because I'm going to eat some chocolate tonight. Promise myself that I will eliminate refined sugar. That is dessert, candy, in my coffee, and, you know, any way, shape, and form, eliminate it. I'm a carbaholic. I love carbs, and that's the thing I'm eliminating this week. You know, not bread and stuff, but the actual sugar component. So carbs will come later with surgery. So anyway, that's where I am. I really wanted to do this video to keep myself accountable to these promises that I'm making myself, so that I can have some follow through, and I am hoping to continue to value making promises to myself and keeping those promises, so that I can be a great example to my kids and to my students and so forth. Oh, let me end with a funny story. So I teach high schoolers, and this past week I told one of my classes about my surgery, and they're kind of a weird class, kind of a strange mix of kids, and it was so funny. They were all just geniuses and experts on weight loss surgery, which cracked me up. They were all saying, you know, you're only going to be able to drink liquids. You know, you're going to have to be high protein, you know. And I'm like, y'all, I've done my research. I know what's going to happen. And they're like, well, my brother had it. My dad had it. My cousin had it. And it was hilarious to me how they were all in their own mind experts in the field of bariatric surgery. But the cool part is that they were really genuinely concerned for me. And to have a class reach out to you and say, are you okay? Are you going to be okay? You know, we want the best for you. You know, they seemed excited for me, which was really surprising for, you know, really selfish high school type students to be concerned about me. But the funny part is so this one girl stands up, grabs her chest, grabs her breasts, and I'm very large chested. I always have been, and you know, they're the largest thing on my body by far. And so she holds her chest and she goes, "Miss Westbrook, is this going to help you out?" As she is holding herself. And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" She says, "Is it going to help out your boobs to get smaller?" And she's saying this in a mixed class with boys and girls. And so I, in turn, grab my chest and I'm like, "Yes, Jordan, it is going to help me." And she continues to hold herself and say, "Because I can just tell that they're holding you back and they're wearing you down." And it was hilarious. The whole class was cracking up laughing. And, you know, but for her to feel comfortable in saying that, she doesn't have a filter, but I thought it was just hilarious. But yeah, this surgery is going to help that out. My back pain and that kind of stuff when I start shrinking. So anyway, I love my students and they have been super supportive to me. So anyway, 5.5 weeks to go. I'll let you know how my no dessert, no refined sugar thing goes here in a couple weeks. I'll let you know what my next goal is. My pre-op diet starts the day after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna grub on Thanksgiving Day. It's gonna be amazing. And then my liquid diet or my pre-op diet starts the day after Thanksgiving. So that's when this willpower, and I will definitely need the Lord's power, is gonna have to kick up a notch and really just take over my personal willpower, because I know that without the Lord and His strength that I can't do this. I can't do it because I've been trying for so long, and I need His power and His strength to strengthen me. So anyway, upcoming, I will do a video sometime before my surgery with all of my stats, a full body shot, a before shot, with all of my inches and weight and that kind of stuff, so that I can document my true before pictures and inches and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I hope you have a great Saturday and we'll see you soon. Bye.